Yes, friends, we have started BlueJ. We are doing the practical part of our on the computer, the BlueJ part, the practical aspects we're going to teach you. We did a bit of theory today, the first part of our session. Once you start BlueJ, you select project, and we want to open a project that we have been working with. So you'll not go for new project. That's once in a while that you do. Okay. Uh, One more thing, if you don't mind, if I share with you this project, as you know, which we have created, we have named it as sample. We'll remember it as chapter 2 also, huh? Okay, because as you know, we have done examples from chapter 2. Uh, the examples that we have done are related in some way with chapter 2, concepts in chapter 2. So just casually remember the sample project is chapter 2. As we go further, we'll give name to a project like chapter 3, chapter 4, and so on. So you'll get more understanding of what is a project. I'm opening my project sample. Select the folder. My project is open. Till now, I have done made two classes or two programs inside this folder. I want to edit our program welcome. I select it, right click on it, and select open editor, or I can simply double click on it, on the welcome image, the icon welcome. The program opens up. Today I'm going to teach you the concept of comments, giving comments in your Java program. I'm going to teach you what comments are, why do you use comments, where do you write comments, and what does Java BlueJ do with these comments. So at the top of my program, I pressed enter and I'm inserting one line, one new line I'm inserting in my program at this point over here. And I'm typing over here my first program in Java of BlueJ. Friends, if I can ask you a question, can you tell me what is Java and what is BlueJ? Okay, I'm asking you a question. A very interesting question came into my mind. Okay, and I expect answer to this question in the chat box from each of you. First, the answer. Okay, the answer is very short. Huh? What is Java? And the other question, one by one. Okay, at the moment, I'm just putting the question, what is Java? My next question would be, what is BlueJ? Okay, come in, what is Java? Okay, the answer should not be more than one line or 3-4 words. Not more than 3-4 words.
Sir, is my answer right?
Yeah, I'll come in. Yeah, Anika, your answer is right. Yeah. Mehak, Gargi, your answer is right. Mehak, first question, answer first.
What is BlueJ?
Give the answer. Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, your answer is correct. Okay, Riddhi remains. Riddhi, I want your answer.
Sir, typing.
Now the answer to the second question. Riddhi, your answer to the first question yet?
Yes, sir.
So my second question, Anika.
One moment. Mehak, your answer to the second question is correct. Very correct. Anika, uh, not absolutely correct. I've not got the word, exact word what I need. Anika, Riddhi, this is your answer to the second question or the first question?
The first question. Sorry, second question.
Riddhi, your answer to the second question is not correct. Gargi, your answer to the second question not correct.
So just check. I gave another
Yeah,
answer.
not yet correct. Anika, again not correct. Second. Now guys, let me give you the answer now. Okay, what is Java? Java is a programming language. That was the answer. Just the answer was programming language. That's it. Or I could say the other answer could be Java is a high level programming language. 4 words. High level programming language. What is BlueJ? Okay, in very simple terms, BlueJ is a translator. That's it. That's the answer. Yeah, you all have given me the answer. BlueJ is a integrated development environment. Okay, that's another feature of BlueJ. But I expect means for me the answer that I expected in this current situation or what I had in mind is so that I could
So
classify.
we can also write it as a software for Java programming language.
See one thing. I'll come to your answer. Give me a moment. You see, basically, I wanted you to be clear about what is Java and what is BlueJ. I repeat, I wanted you to be clear about what is Java and what is BlueJ. Okay, now somebody asked me, can we say that Java is a software? No, that's not correct. Java is not a software. Java is a language, and इस language में आप software बनाएंगे. I repeat, Java is a language. इस language को use करके आप अलग-अलग softwares बना सकते हैं. तो आपका ये कहना कि Java is a software, as I said, you saying Java is a software? No, that's wrong. Is a language, is a programming language in which you write lines to get things done from the computer. This set of lines that you're going to write will be called as software. Now, what is BlueJ? Coming to BlueJ. Here you are, my Java program, also called as object program, sorry, source program. It is written in high level language. I give it to BlueJ. What is BlueJ? BlueJ is my translator, and what it does, it converts my Java program into machine language, and this machine language program that it will give me, BlueJ will give me, is called as object program. Now please see the relationship between Java program and BlueJ, please. Have you got the relationship, or have you understood them? Are you able to distinguish them, please, separately?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Abhi, now I come back. I'm coming to my project. I'm coming to my project. Okay. Now this that you're seeing in front of your eyes is your Java program. This is what is front in your eyes. These lines, I'm referring to these lines, is your Java programming language. These lines are written in some language. We have followed some rules, and these rules are of Java language, Java programming language. This is your Java program. This is your Java programming language. This is your source program. Now, the software, okay, the background, whatever you see, this window, the software in which you have been able to type this program, and then you will compile it and make an object program out of it. This software is BlueJ, which is your translator, which is allowing you to type this Java program, your source program, allowing you to compile it. I clicked on the compile button. I got a message, class compiled, no syntax errors. I'm closing this. And what you have got, I go to my computer, my D drive, my folder BlueJ, my folder sample, and as you see, this welcome.java is my source program. Okay, on the right hand side panel, please see the comment which I typed, my first program in Java. I would be speaking more about comments, that's where we were. And look at this file, welcome.class. Welcome.java is a source program in high level language, in English like language, in Java language, and welcome.class is my object program in machine language. And इस welcome.java से मुझे ये welcome.class किसने बना कर दिया? इस welcome.java को ट्रांसलेट करके welcome.class मुझे किसने बनाने में मदद की? किसकी मदद से मैंने ये बनाया? ट्रांसलेट करके welcome.java से welcome.class मैंने किसकी मदद से बनाया प्लीज?
BlueJ.
BlueJ translator, yes.
Or
One moment, I'm typing something. Have you got it now? From welcome.java, I've been able to generate welcome.class, which is the machine language program, which is the object program. I've been able to do that with the help of my BlueJ translator. Okay, yes, come in. Somebody was asking me a question.
Sir, actually, I was able to use the BlueJ app today itself. I don't know how do you save it as a folder.
Who is this? Who is this, please?
The Mehak.
Mike, I'll communicate with you later after the session on this. Okay, this is the second thing we'll communicate about after the session today.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, let's go further. I double click on this welcome program of mine. I get the code of my program. On the first line of my program, I've added a line, my first program in Java. Okay, this is called as a comment. Comments can be typed anywhere in the program. They can be typed any number of times. Okay, I'm writing over here. See, at the end of the program also, I'm typing a comment. What are these? Comments can be typed anywhere in the program. Any number of times. Comments are non-executable statements. That means they are not executed. That means run as a translator by the computer. They can be written anywhere in the program. They can be written any number of times. Comments do not appear in the output. That means when you run the program, are you going to be able to see this message, my first program in Java? No, you wouldn't see this message in the output. Then what are you going to see in the output? I repeat, what is it that you're going to see in the output when you run the program? Only whatsoever you write inside system.out.println or system.output.out.print is what you're going to see in the output when you run the program. Comments. What is the use of the comments? Okay, now why do we give, when you're not going to be able to see it in the output, then why do you give the comment? The programmer gives comments for his own reference. Programmer gives comment to briefly explain his program. Comments are used to briefly describe our program, some line in our program, for whom the program is written, when the date on which the program is written, where the program is written, for which client you have written the program. This is what you're going to use the comments for. You can even use comments to explain a particular line in your program. So as you see my statement system.out.println, at the end of the statement after semicolon, I'm putting 2 forward slashes. This symbol is called as forward slash. Okay, please take care. On a computer, there are 2 kinds of slash. Okay. Slash, the one which you use for division purpose. When you want to indicate some number divided by some number, we will be using this slash symbol for division purpose later. This is called as the forward slash. This character is named as forward slash. We'll be using it for division. This same slash we are using for comments. Forward slash, that is used to give comments. When we use a single forward slash, it is used for division purpose. So this statement system.out.println, at the end of it, after semicolon, I put the double forward slash, and I'm writing, will give us output. I don't mean to say the comment will give us the output. I mean to say system.out.println will give us the output. So even if you have a statement in your program, at the end of the statement also you can put a comment. I'll be using this way at times when I want to explain a particular line to you. What I would do is at the end of that line, after the semicolon, I would add comments like these. Now I have two comments in my program, one at the first line, one on the system.out, and I have 4 more comments at the bottom. Let me compile my program. I'm getting a message, class compiled, no errors. Close this window. Select my program welcome, right click on it and select void main. Click on OK. Please see I get the output, welcome to the world of Java. Around 4 to 5 comments are there in my program. Have I got a single comment in the output, please? No, I have not got a single comment in my output. That's because comments are non-executable. BlueJ decided to ignore them. Not decided, BlueJ simply ignores comments. They do not appear in the output. They remain in the program. They are not for the person who's going to run the program. They are not for the user. I said they are not for the user. They are only for programmers. So whenever the programmer opens the program, the programmer would see the comments because these comments are for programmer's reference himself. प्रोग्रामर ने प्रोग्राम क्यों लिखा है, कब लिखा है, डेट, कहाँ लिखा है, at A+, किसके लिए लिखा है, for the client name, name of the client. प्रोग्राम की कुछ लाइनें जो थोड़ी मुश्किल है उनको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए कि वो लाइन क्या करती है. इसलिए अच्छा ये कमेंट्स इसलिए भी दिए जाते हैं. These comments are also given so that when a particular programmer who has made the program leaves that company and some other programmer comes in his place, and that other programmer opens the program, can read these comments and quickly understand what the program or what a particular line is supposed to do. So they are for programmers reference himself and for other programmers who would join in his place. Comments are written in 2 ways. I've shown you one method of giving comments. These are called as single line comments. Single line comments means you need to, if you're writing many comments like what I've done at the bottom of this program, in that case you have to put this double forward slash at the beginning of every line. You don't need to leave a space after that. That doesn't matter whether you leave a space or not. In this case, I have not left a space purposely. The other type of comment is multi-line comments. Multi-line comments, that means comments which are in multiple lines. In order to give them, you put a forward slash and a star symbol at the beginning. You write your comment, first line. You don't need to end your comment over there. You write the second line of your comment. Nothing at the beginning or the end. You write the third line of your comment. Any number of lines you now write and simply end it with star forward slash. You see that these comments are appearing in gray. Well, that is what BlueJ is doing on its own. You see that the word class is appearing in red. You will see different other colors at times. We'll speak more about them at a later stage. As of now, I only want to refer to these comments appearing in gray. Let me tell you, you don't need to remember these colors, but gradually you'll tend to remember them you'll get to recognize them. That is when you give a comment and you don't see it in gray, you get some sense that there's something wrong, and that's how BlueJ will remind you that you forgot to give the // at the beginning. So once you put the // the comment becomes gray, so you are satisfied that you have done it correctly. You have written your comments correctly. Multi-line comments, as a coming back to them, you start them with / and a star symbol. They have to be in that order. Doesn't matter whether you leave a space or not, and you end it with */. These are called multi-line comments. That means if my question, if I want to include my question at the beginning of my program, the program question could be 2 lines, 3 lines, 1 line. Yes, I said 1 line. Even for 1 line, you can put a / at the beginning and */ at the end. This is called as multi-line comments. I'll just add one more line at the beginning of this comment. I'll call them as multi-line comment. So as you see now in my program, this particular program of mine, there are too many comments. I've shown you comments in different ways. One comment I put at the beginning of the program. I put a comment at the end of a particular statement. I put comments at the end of my program. I can put them somewhere in between also, no problem. I will be using comments to share my explanation to you. So when I want to share some explanation on a particular command or a particular line, I would put comments over there so that when you're reading the program, you can read the comment and understand what that line is doing. I run this program now. Compile it, close this window, and to run it, I right click and select void main. Okay. Executing it once again, please. Run it. There is the output. Now please see in the output, I have not got a single comment there. I repeat again, in the output, you're only going to be able to see what you have mentioned in system.out.println. Not a single comment you're going to get in your output. Now in colleges and schools, your teachers expect you to write comments at the beginning of the program. I'll be asking you about your school, what they have suggested. And what is expected is, at the beginning of your program, the first, second line, you write 1 or 2 comments to briefly explain your program. Now, how would you would wonder, how would I explain? You simply write down your question. If your question starts with, write a program, as here you are, I'm making a change, I'm putting a comment, one more comment at the beginning. Normally you're in a question starts like this, write a program to print so and so. Continue, your question continues. Now what you do is, you just remove the word write a program, you just remove the word write and you start your comment by saying program to print so and so. That's how. So if you're wondering how do you describe your program, you just see your question, remove the words write and just phrase your comment like this, program to print so and so. whatever is written further in your question, whether it is 1 line, 2 line, 3 line. But remember, if your question is 8-10 lines, you don't waste time writing all those 8-10 lines as comments. Comments, you just write 1 or 2 lines. That would be more than 1, 2 or 3 lines. That's too much. Yeah, coming back to you. What has your school suggested to you, please, in this regard? Any suggestion from your school about comments? What have they told you? Have you to put them? You're not going to put them. Do they put in your school? Have they done it or not done it yet? Yeah, may I come in? You're not being putting it. Okay. Even if they tell you to put it or some other teacher tells you to put it, I've done everything from my side on comments with you. Anybody has any other anything? Anybody has anything else to say, please, on these comments? Any query?
No, sir.
Okay. Just give me a moment. I'm checking up your notes where you will find the topic of comments so that you can read about it. I'll share with you the page number. I'm looking out for it. Give me a moment.
Send you from WhatsApp my homework, Anika.
Sorry.
I send the homework to you through WhatsApp.
Yeah. Who is this, Anika? I have received it, Anika.
Anika. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I did not ask for it, Anika. The last I remember, I asked only today's session, Riddhi I had asked, not you. I did not ask you about it because I remember you had sent it, but you were the first person to send it to me during the day. I checked it. I was satisfied with it.
Okay. So.
Well, friends, I couldn't find at the moment where the topic of comments is covered in your notes. I'll find it and share it with you in the WhatsApp, so you can go through the theory of that. The pages wherever comments are discussed in your notes, I'll share the pages with you later. We're done with comments, single line comments and multi-line comments. During our course, we'll be using comments to explain to you various things within the program itself. Yeah, one more feature of comments I want to show you. There's one more thing I want to show you about comments. Please see my program. In my program, before system.out.println, I'm putting double forward slash. There is one pair of double forward slash after the semicolon, but I put one more pair of double forward slash at the beginning. And see what suddenly happened to that line. It is appearing in gray. This command, okay, I'm removing the 2 forward slash. It's appearing in black font. The text is appearing in black. The command is appearing in black, system.out.println. I would say that as of now, system.out.println is executable. That means my BlueJ will execute it when you run the program. But the moment I put double forward slash before it, it becomes non-executable. That system.out.println statement has become a comment now. It will not be executed. The translator BlueJ will ignore it. And can you guess now, when I compile it, close it, and I run it now? Run it. Can you guess what will be the output? Please guess what will be the output of my program. This program. Guess in your minds what will be the output. Now, it appears to you that your program is not doing anything. The output window is not coming up. The output window is not coming on the screen. That's because this program has nothing to print. This program has nothing to show us. The only line that was there within this program, the only line that was there within this main function has been made as a comment. So there's no output to give to you. And so the output window is not coming only. You will get more clarity on this if I add one more line in this program. Allow me. I'm writing one more statement, system.out.println. Welcome to the world of Java at A+, with A+. In double quotes, I put the text with A+. Okay, I end the round brackets and put a semicolon at the end. I compile this, close this window, right click on welcome, execute void main. Okay, please see the output. The second last line and the last line is the output we have got now. Now you seeing the output appearing that has appeared earlier 3 times when I had executed the program. But the output that we have got now is the last 2 lines. In my program now, the statement system.out.println with A+, I am putting a comment before it, compiling it, closing it, right click on it, executing it. This is called execution. Please see the last line. This time you have not got the text with A+. You have not got the output of the second println. You have not got the output from system.out.println, the second one, because we made it as a comment. Yes, this statement is not being executed. This has been turned into a comment. So at any given time, a particular statement in your program, कोई भी particular line हो, आपको उसे नहीं चलानी है कुछ देर के लिए, तो आप आगे ये symbol दे दीजिए, उसे comment बना दीजिए, और फिर जब आप उसे चलाना चाहते हैं, when you want it to be executed, you simply remove the comment symbol and the statement is back to normal. It is an executable statement now. Compile it, run it. You'll get the output of both the print statements. One more feature I'll share with you, one more new command I'll share with you, which was the agenda today. I double click on my program. Yeah, so I'll just finish off. So at any given time, we want a particular statement not to be executed in a program, and we want to see the effect. What would happen if if this was not there? So what you do is you put a comment, so that statement will not work, and later when you want that statement to work, you remove the comment. Now the new concept that I want to teach you, the new command which I want to teach you is print command. Friends, in this program today, I'll be sharing it with you today with all its comments as it is. Don't mind it. I'm trying to teach you something from these, take it like this, that these comments, whatever are appearing in this program, are like my notes to you on the topic of comments. If at all the textbook is not covering it up systematically, then I have shared my views on this particular topic to you over here. What are single line comments? What are multi-line comments? What is the use of comments? Everything is written. Okay, I'm teaching you the command print now. Now, until now we were using println. Let me define what is println. Now see what I'm doing. I put a comment at the bottom and I'm writing println. Will print, and then will print whatever you're told, and then change the line. That means, change the line, whereas print will print but not change the line. The print command will print whatever you're told but not change the line. Coming back to our program, system.out.println. Earlier I have given you println for the first line of output and even for the second line of output. So what BlueJ did, it printed this welcome to the world of Java. It printed this, and after completing printing it, it moved to the second line, next line, and that's where इस स्टेटमेंट का काम खत्म हुआ. इस स्टेटमेंट ने अपना काम खत्म किया. क्या करके? इस स्टेटमेंट ने ये प्रिंट किया वेलकम टू द वर्ल्ड ऑफ जावा और अगली लाइन पे गया. मींस मैं बात कर रहा हूं जब आप प्रोग्राम को चला रहे हैं, एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हैं, फिर ये दूसरा कमांड चला system.out.println. इस कमांड ने ये प्रिंट किया विथ A+. उस दूसरी लाइन पे इमेजिन कीजिए, और ये प्रिंट करके भी, ये प्रिंट होने के बाद इस कमांड ने भी, ये कमांड भी हमें अगली लाइन पे ले गया, दैट इज तीसरी लाइन पे. इमेजिन एक आउटपुट विंडो जो बिल्कुल ब्लैंक है, उस पर ये प्रिंट होगा पहली लाइन पे, और ये प्रिंट होने के बाद यही कमांड आपको दूसरी लाइन पे ले जाएगा. ये कमांड दूसरी लाइन पे ये प्रिंट करेगा, और खत्म होने पर ये कमांड आपको तीसरी लाइन पे ले जाकर छोड़ देगा. तो आउटपुट अपीयर होगा दो लाइनों में. अब मैं यहां इस प्रिंट पहले वाले कमांड को println को प्रिंट बना रहा हूं. अब इमेजिन कीजिए इसका आउटपुट क्या होगा. इमेजिन व्हाट विल बी द आउटपुट. दिस कमांड, फर्स्ट कमांड, okay, only I've made the change in first command only. I've made introduced print over there instead of println. This first command will print this, and after having printed it, it would not take you to the next line in the output window. It would just print it and leave the cursor after the letter Java A. After the last letter, it will leave the cursor over there in the output window. The first command is done. The second command will work. The second command will print the text with A+ immediately after the letter A of Java. With A+ will be printed. Now this command is println, so it will print this on the first line of the output window after the word Java, and having done that, it will take us to the second line of the output window. I'm compiling it. executing it. Please see the output. Welcome to the world of Java was from the first print, which was print and not println. So it just printed whatever you told, but after printing it, it did not take you to the next line. So the next command did not print this text on the next line. The next command printed this on the same line. Yes, my second print command, println, the second one, which is println, it printed with a plus, and it has moved me to the next line. That means if I print something else, something, I give a third command, my third command will print on a new line now. That is because the second command is not print, it is println. Please see, the first command is print, it will print this. Leave the cursor in the output window at the end of Java word. The second command will print with a plus after the word Java, but the second command is a println, so it will print after the word Java with a plus and move the cursor to the second line. Is this understood by you, the preference between print and println, please? Please, your response in the chat window. I wish to share with you that this you're going to find in your notes on page number 69 and 70. Println and print commands, explanation on them, and a program on them, the same kind of program on this also, print and println, something similar to what I've done. I would like you to do that program as homework. That means you just have to do it on your computer and share it with me. No, dear friends, not for homework. You just go through the pages 69 and 70. The program is a bit different. There's something else, something additional in that program which I have yet to teach. So you just read the notes, not the program. You may just have a casual look at the program, but not for homework. Okay, I'm almost done for the day. Do you have any queries, please? I've taught you the topic of comments today. And we have done the theory also, first part of the second. We have completed the second part. We are almost at the end of the session. If you have any queries, please put it to me. We'll be soon stopping our session. Mehak, I would like to communicate with you. Do you have any other lectures soon after this?
No, sir.
Now, friends, don't misunderstand me, but I have lots of sessions lined up during the day, since morning 8 o'clock till as much as 10:30. So at times, when you're communicating with me, I'm not able to respond to you. I will be very well available to you for additional queries of yours 15 minutes before the session and 15 minutes after the session also. I'll keep myself available. So depending on your query, we might discuss it before the session or after the session. Okay, I would request others to, they can log out. Okay, they can disconnect. Good night. We meet now on today's Saturday. We meet next for next session on Tuesday. I have not assigned any homework. In case there is any homework I wish to assign, I'll share it with you through WhatsApp. I'll be sharing you these files today that we have viewed or made, that we have worked with through the Gmail. I'll share them with you. Normally after the session, I generally email them to you. Others can log out, please. Good night. And Mehak, please be there.
Nice, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Mike, first I'm seeing the images that you have sent.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Megan, you have shared me some images, no? Mike, you there, no?
So those were my homework images.
Mehak, is that you?
Yes, sir.
One moment. Acha, did you send me your notes, some notes pages where you had sent? Was it you who had sent? I don't know, somebody had sent.
No, sir. I just sent you the homework images on WhatsApp. I didn't send you anything.
I don't know. That's why I was a bit confused at that moment, and so I thought we'll speak about it later. I don't know. I saw some. There were, there were too many messages. And okay, what notes do you have, please? You said you have some other notes.
No, sir. I don't have any other note.
Achha, so I don't know who else communicated about that. Anyway, one moment. Huh? So, Mehak, you're going to refer to the notes which I'm sharing it to you from the textbook that your school is referring to. Just a moment. Mehak, hello, disconnected, probably, Mehak.
So,
One moment, I don't know, my mobile is not responding. Just a moment, huh?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Just my mobile is turned off, so I have to see the WhatsApp messages. Yeah, tell me what other problem do you have? Well, we have been. I've tried to contact you to resolve your problem with this Blue Jay of yours. Tell me your Blue Jay is working, or you still have that same problem.
Or it's working now. I just have a problem. Like, you made a folder with the project name. You made a folder. How do you do that?
I'll show you. I will demonstrate to you again. How did we go about? Okay. Let me
Yes,
close.
sir.
Let me close my project also. And I'm minimizing my BlueJ software. Now the first thing that you do is when when you're about to start, you go to your computer. Okay, you get the icon computer, or you get the icon my computer on your desktop. I recommend that you will keep your projects inside D drive or E drive of your computer, except C drive. Don't avoid that. My habit is to keep all my work in the other drive, that is a D drive. In D drive, with the help of Windows, you create a new folder and you name it as Mehak on your computer. And this is the first thing. We are not doing this in BlueJ. We are just making a normal folder by our name inside D drive. Have you understood till here, please?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Now we go to BlueJ, and inside project menu, select project menu, and I select new project. I'm making a new project for you. When you get this box, dialog, we call it as a dialog box also. Such boxes are called as dialog boxes. When you get this box, you first look at the location, and we want to change the location. Say we don't want this location, so click on choose, select the drive, T drive, and select the folder Mehak. Click select folder. Now mind you, this is not the project yet, huh? This is simply selecting your folder Mehak inside D drive. So you have specified the location where you want to create your projects, that is inside D drive Mehak folder, and you are about to give a name to your project, and I'm naming it as chapter 1. I repeat, I'm naming it as chapter 1. I should name it as chapter 1 unit 2, but in short, I'm not making it too lengthy, so I name it as chapter 1. This is the name of our project. In a similar way, when we reach chapter 2 or chapter 3, every chapter that's my idea, whenever we go to a new chapter, we'll make a new project by the name of that chapter, and all the programs that we would do in that chapter, we'll keep it inside that project. So this D drive Mehak is your folder, chapter 1 is your project. I click on OK. So we have made a new project, chapter 1, inside the folder Mehak. This is your project. Huh? Your BlueJ starts from here. This is the project that you are making, chapter 1. Have you understood till here now?
Yes, sir.
Now within the chapter 1 project, you want to make a new program or a new class. Give the name to the class. Okay. Let me tell you, this chapter 1, project name chapter 1 is similar to the project name sample that we have given. Okay. In the session, we have given the name to the project as sample, and for demonstrating to you, I have named it as chapter 1. Are you clear? Are you able to relate it?
Yes, sir.
The program that we had made sample welcome inside sample, the same program welcome we are making now inside chapter 1. Class name welcome, that is your program name. Click on OK. Double click on it. All these lines, select them by doing Control A and pressing the delete key. Type your program. Your program starts with the name of the class. Okay. This is your name of your class. This is the name of your program. Within the program, there has to be a function, and the name of this function would be main. Within the main function, the curly braces for the main function can be written on the same line also, or on a separate line. I'm typing this command system.out.println. Close the curly braces. This is for the main function, and another closing curly braces for the class. You've typed our program. Our program, or you can say class, welcome, is inside project chapter 1, and project chapter 1 is inside your folder Mehak, and Mehak folder is in the D drive. Compile this. Compile, close this. To execute, right click and select void main. Click on OK. Here is your output. Having seen the output, you can close the window. Any query do you have now?
No, sir.
Coming back to my computer for a moment.
Actually, sir, one thing, I have many classes. So if I want the output of one class, I run it, and then I can see the outputs of all the classes together. Why is that?
One moment. I'll create one more class, new class. I call it as my full name. Okay. Double click on it. Control A, delete key. Public class, my full name. Compile it, close it. Now tell me, you said you're getting output of all your classes. Okay, how are you executing it? Are you selecting a particular class? Like say this is our second class, the new one. Are you selecting that class, right click and selecting void main? Are you doing that properly?
Yes, so I exactly do that.
Okay. Then you get this window and we select OK.
Yes, so
And
see, so like this.
well, the fact is, you don't get a separate output window for every program, Mahek. You get only, there's only one output window. And in the same output window, you get to see the outputs one below the other. I repeat, there is only one output window. Your first program output comes there. The next program output comes below that. And so your outputs keep on accumulating in the same window, output window.
Okay, so
It is very normal if you are referring to this. Well, you have to just use a presence of mind that the first line is the output of the first program, second line is the output of the second program.
okay, so
One more moment. So it is absolutely normal to get the output one below the other in the same window. Now let me tell you once again, I don't expect you to do this, but if you really want it that way, you don't. I said, I repeat, you shouldn't do it. I'm closing my project and I exit BlueJ. I start BlueJ again. Open my project. Okay, the project chapter 1. Inside D drive, inside Mahek folder, I select the project chapter 1. Now having started BlueJ again, I select the program, my full name, the second one, and I executed. Now I'm going to get a blank output window with only the output of that second program. So what happens is when I exited BlueJ and I started BlueJ again, BlueJ has given me a fresh output window. But if I make a third program now and I execute it, the output of my third program will appear just below the output of the second program in the same window, output window. It is called as terminal window here. So the output of my program will appear below. Okay, now I have not shared this with others, but I'm sharing it with you. Here in this output window, terminal window, options, okay, we have clear screen. I selected this option, clear screen at method all. Do you see this? You've got a tick mark. I again selected, the tick mark is gone. Earlier the tick mark was not there. Now I selected it. I close this out window, terminal window. I'm coming to program welcome. Right click, execute it. Okay. Now please see. I'm not getting the output on the first line, Ganesh Kotak. I'm only getting this output of this program now. Why did it happen so? That is because I have selected this option, clear screen at method call. Do you see this option?
Yes, sir.
Now what is happening because of this? Every time I get the output, before getting the output, BlueJ is clearing the earlier output.
Okay, sir.
Automatically clearing the earlier output. Now I have only this output, this program output. If I only want to clear the CV, this option clear is gone. But this is I have to do every time. But once I select this option, this tick mark will remain there, and coming back to the second program I executed, I'm getting the output of the second program now, not the earlier one. I've not yet shared it with the batch. I'll do that in the next session. And I hope you got it.
Yes, sir.
This is what you expected?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're done for today. Any other query you have?
No, sir.
Okay then. Good night, please.
Good night, sir. Thank you.